So question, what's happening, right? Will the economic downturn affect your career, your job prospects? How long will this economic recession, or will we call it a depression, actually last? How bad is it in Hawaii? Is it better on the mainland? Is anyone actually hiring? And if so, who is hiring? And how do I find out who that is? So if you're looking for your first real job in your chosen profession, you may have been working in something other than what you choose to have as your profession, and now you want to get into your chosen profession, or you want to change jobs within that profession, or you're looking for a whole new profession and a new job. No matter what change you are considering, now is not a great time to look for or change jobs. I'm really sorry, but we really need to know the reality of the current economic climate in order to know how to deal with it, to know your choices and come up with a strategy to reach your goals. So reality bites, right? Yes, sometimes it does, but where there's adversity, there's also opportunity. So what is the reality? The planet has been infected with a virus, like the flu, only much worse. And the only currently proven way to avoid catching it or spreading it is to stay home. So entire nations closed offices, closed borders, grounded airlines, closed hotels, and it got really bad. And now it seems to be a little better. However, they're saying it might get worse. So how does that sound to you? Confusing? Uncertain? No clear picture of the future? You can't plan anything? Really scary, right? Well, this is exactly how businesses feel. They're confused, they're scared, they're uncertain, and they're unable to plan for the future. They don't know whether to invest money, call people back, redesign their businesses to allow for 6 feet of social distancing, spend a fortune on buying plexiglass shields, or will that all be for nothing because people don't feel secure in coming back, and so they're not making any money still after an investment and after having lost money for 2 months. So they don't know what to do, right? So some businesses are reopening their doors, some are not, they're waiting. Some never closed down at all. They were considered essential businesses, and they're doing okay. Some have gone completely out of business. They've closed their doors after some of them 50 or 100 years. Some businesses have changed completely or partially to offer new products and services. They're adaptable. So where does that leave you? And what do? You're uncertain too, right? Well, we do know that there are significantly fewer jobs available throughout the world, throughout the US and in Hawaii, right? We agree with that. And you want one of the very, very, very few jobs that are actually available. Will you have competition to get that job? What do you think? Yes, you'll have big time competition because millions of people have been laid off from their jobs and may never be asked to go back to work. They will all be looking for jobs, just like you. Nearly half the jobs in the United States have been affected by the pandemic. Hawaii has the 3rd greatest unemployment rate in the nation. Almost a third of all jobs in Hawaii have been lost. I know at one point in March, I think it was in March, we were #1, the highest unemployment. I think we're now #2 or #3. Of course, it changes daily, but almost a third of everyone who normally works in Hawaii has been laid off. As businesses slowly reopen, they may call back their laid off staff, or they may not. If the business is still slow after things reopen, then all the staff may not be needed, resulting in more layoffs of some possibly. So fewer jobs and more competition for those jobs means you have to be smarter and work harder to keep your current job or get a new one. And I just want to make a note here that you should really consider keeping your current job if you have a decent job, because now is not the time to be out there looking. You could get lucky and get something unique that's a newly created position by a company that has changed their products and services. So I'm not saying don't look, but be very, very careful and be very, very, do the best job you can in the job you've got so you don't get laid off, right? So nothing's going to be easy about this, nothing.